Hey, welcome back to Fade the Mahoney. We're gonna do this a little bit different this year. I'm Mike. That's Trevor, by the way. Hey, Trevor.
What's going on?
Our goal this year is we're gonna try to do one show in between each series, with the hopes of having a player from the series about to be played to help us recap the last one and preview the next one. That's our plan. So we're gonna do a quick one before the first series of the year, Slate One, Series One, between the Mallards and the Eagles. And the way we do this, Trevor's the foremost expert on setting the lines and making gambling fair for Major League Wiffle Ball. So he will give us a money line for which team will win the most games in the series, and also set the over under for total runs scored in the series. And if I want to, I'll bet against him because we like to bet. And then after we do that and preview the series real quick, we're going to do our Slate One draft, which is always a good time, in which we also bet on. And last year was painful for Trevor, and it's my goal to do it again. So, Trevor, you ready to go, buddy?
Yeah, I had to take out a second mortgage on my house in order to pay you for last season. So I'm hoping that's not the case again this year.
Right on. I hope not. All right. Okay, so we've got the Mallards and the Eagles. Pretty, pretty fantastic matchup. Big name players. I assume the Mallards will be favored based upon what we went over in the preseason gambling preview. But you tell me how big of favorites they are.
Yeah, I have them as not huge favorites. I have them at minus 130.
Hmm.
I think, it's going to be a good series. The Eagles are definitely the team that's best programmed for these offseason changes with four batters having to hit. I think that's the case. Obviously, we don't know what we're going to get from the Mallards as far as their lineup is concerned. Tommy Coughlin has said that he thinks that Preston will come in from day one and be in the lineup. So I'd expect it to be, Robles, Coughlin, Caden, and Preston as their top four. But we got to see what they have as a second pitching option. Is Caden going to be able to step up and throw in that second game that Robles doesn't pitch? So I think they have to be a favorites, but Dan and Dallas, they're good pitchers, and they could easily win this. So I think it's a fair line. I think I don't know. What do you think?
Um, yeah, the preseason hype for the Mallards, I actually thought it would be a little bit higher. So I'm gonna lay the 130. I'm gonna lay 130 to win 100 from you on the Mallards, and hope they get it done. But again, if Dallas Allen is lights out for two of the three games, then you'll win, right?
That's exactly right. The total now here's where it gets interesting
This
because
is fun. This is fun. Go for it.
the book feels like scoring will be down this season with four people in the lineup. If
Yep.
you there's a chance that Jordan Robles doesn't get to bat in an inning. That can happen, right? And so they have scoring down a bit. They have it at 9.5 for the three games.
Wow, that's crazy low.
Yes,
All right. Well,
I think I think you're going to see a lot of very low scoring games
mhm.
early in the season.
I mean, I have to bet the over until they prove otherwise. I'll put 100 on the over as well. That's crazy low. What was our lowest one last year? Like 11 and a half? Did we ever get this low?
The lowest line we
Yeah.
set, or the lowest line in the series.
Yeah, that we ever set.
I think we had one or two in the beginning of the year last year. We made sorry, the books made an adjustment from what I saw, and they thought that there was going to be a lot less scoring as well. And so the first couple of games, I believe they all went under, and then the books made an adjustment, lowered the lines, and then they started going over again at that point. So I don't know, maybe the books are just coming out. Maybe they've over adjusted a little bit too much for this lineup change, but with the format being four players instead of three. But we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens.
Well, we got a lot to learn as it goes. All right. That's our abbreviated preview. We're going to run through a real quick Slate One draft. We're each going to take four players. It's a snake draft. Um, shout out to our buddy Joey at MLW Stats. He's moved on to bigger and better things. So Trevor and I got a different way to calculate the scoring this year. But we're going to wager $100 on each one of these every slate. And Trevor, if you'd like, I'll let you go first. You want to go first?
I want you to go first because I don't know who I want to take.
Oh,
So
okay. All right. Wow. I'm going to take Jordan Robles.
okay, so I get 2 picks.
You got it.
We're just alternating. Okay, I will take Jimmy Norp,
Okay.
and I will take Ryan Cratch.
All right. I'm sort of flying blind here. I've got 2 picks, but I have made a connection with this guy already. So I'm going to take someone off the Magic, which is crazy. No one would have known it. No one who's watched this show would ever think that would happen. I'm going to take my new guy, Miller. And then with my second pick, this is bad TV. I will take Dallas Allen.
Okay, I'm gonna take. This is gonna surprise you a little bit, probably, but I'm gonna take Brendan Baranowski.
No, that's who I was thinking of. I was either taking him or Dallas.
All right, and then I will take. This is just gonna be a hunch pick here, but I'm gonna take our boy Chris Cheatham.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So it's the age-old question. Who do you take from the Wildcats?
Yeah,
I'm gonna take Kyle.
yeah, I think you have to take Kyle. I think from everything that has been discussed, it seems like Jackson's gonna pitch quite a bit this year, and so I don't think he can take Sailor. That actually, it's tough. We might not end up taking anybody from the Wildcats during the season because they might each pitch a game. That might be how they do it, and then you're kind of screwed. Yeah.
All right, graphics department. Boom. I've got Jordan Robles. I've got my new guy Miller. I got Dallas Allen, and I've got Kyle Schultz. And Trevor, you've got Jimmy Norp. You've got the red. Who was your second pick?
Ryan Cratch.
Ryan Cratch. You've also got the Red Baron and our guy Chris Cheatham. I actually I had it as a minus 150 favorite. No Gator would be selected. So, all right, That's our Slate 1 mini preview, and also, or as far as draft goes, and then Slate 1 Series 1 preview between the Mallards and the Eagles. And we'll be back next week to recap and preview the next series. Trevor, anything else to say to people? You got Andrew nearby?
Oh, Andrew, come here real quick. I want to say I'm hopeful that we are going to pump out some more content here at Fade the Mahoney this year. We got a couple ideas in the works, maybe some interesting videos that we'll have out for you guys. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. All right, real quick, Andrew, all you got to say, Mallards or Eagles? Who's going to win the series? Mallards or Eagles? That's all you got to say real quick.
Eagles.
Eagles, you heard it here first. Andrew says Eagles win the series.
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Trevor. Good gambling, everybody.